Everyone in Enugu said Nkiru sold cosmetics. But here's what they didn't know: Nkiru couldn't tell the difference between lipstick and lip gloss. Her real business. 3 garden snails that glowed blue at midnight and whispered in a language that made your soul shiver. And 2 best friends from ABA were about to discover what happens when you lick something that should never touch human lips. But before we jump into this story, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to stay updated with more African stories that will change how you see the world. Now, let me show you what really happened. Nkiru sat in her expensive apartment in Independence Layout, arranging luxury shopping bags for her next Instagram post. Her phone kept buzzing. Comments flooded in under her latest picture: goals. I want to be like you. Queen of luxury, teach us your ways. Your skincare business must be booming. Nkiru smiled. Not a warm smile. The kind of smile that knows a secret too dark to share. She walked to her bedroom and locked the door. From under her bed, she pulled out a small wooden box covered in red cloth. Inside was something that would make most people scream and run away. A snail. But not just any snail. This one had strange marks on its shell. And when you looked closely, the marks seemed to move like they were alive. Good evening, my providers, Nkiru whispered to it, her voice shaking slightly. She placed a piece of lettuce in the box. The snail didn't move. It never really ate normal food. What it fed on was something darker, something Nkiru tried not to think about too much. Far away in ABA, in a dusty neighborhood where dreams went to suffer, Oluchi and Ebiub were trying to survive another day. Ebiub, come and see this woman's new post. Oluchi shouted, balancing a tray of bottled water on her head. Ebiub ran over, her own tray of Coca-Cola bottles wobbling. They both stared at Ebiub's cracked phone screen. There was Nkiru again, stepping out of a Range Rover, wearing sunglasses that probably cost more than their annual rent. This girl is living life, oh, Ebiub said, her voice full of wonder and pain. Meanwhile we're here selling water like slaves, Oluchi added bitterly. That night, alone in her small room behind her aunt's house, Oluchi typed something she'd later regret. A direct message to Nkiru. Good evening, sis. I admire your business so much. Please, I want to learn. At 2:47 a.m., her phone buzzed. The reply changed everything. Mama Naku was 89 years old and half blind. But that morning, she saw something her young granddaughter couldn't see: snails crawling on Oluchi's body, their slime like chains. And she knew, the old darkness was smiling at her child. Oluchi, NWAM, where are you going? The old woman's grip on Oluchi's wrist was surprisingly strong. Just to see a friend in Enugu, Mama. A business thing. Mama Naku's cloudy eyes searched her face. I dreamt of snails last night. Big snails crawling on your body. Their slime was like chains. Oluchi laughed nervously. Mama, it's just a dream. I'm fine. Dreams are not just dreams, my child. Our ancestors speak through them. She reached under her wrapper and pulled out a small red pouch. Take this. Wear it around your neck. Don't remove it. Mama, I'm a Christian. I can't wear juju. This is not juju. The old woman's voice was sharp. This is protection. There's a difference. Your generation thinks you know everything, but you know nothing about the darkness that smiles at you. To avoid argument, Oluchi took the pouch. She planned to leave it behind. But something made her tuck it into her bag anyway. When Oluchi and Ebiub arrived at Nkiru's apartment, they almost turned back. This wasn't just wealth. This was a different planet. Marble floors. Chandeliers. A TV so big it covered an entire wall. Even the water came in French bottles. Sit, my sisters, Nkiru said warmly, wearing a silk robe that probably cost more than their bus fare from ABA. You girls are beautiful. You just need elevation. Sister Nkiru, thank you for allowing us to come, Ebube said softly. We just want to learn. We are tired of suffering. Nkiru's smile was beautiful and cold at the same time. I know, my darlings. I was like you once. Selling pure water in traffic under hot sun. Men would shout, "Hey, water girl. Come here." Like I was a dog. Exactly. Oluchi said. That's exactly how they treat us. But look at me now. Nkiru spread her arms. And I'll tell you the truth, it wasn't hard work that brought me here. Hard work is a scam they tell poor people so we stay poor. The girls leaned forward. Then what is it? Ebube whispered. Nkiru stood and walked to her bedroom. When she returned, she held a small glass case. Inside were 3 garden snails. These, she said simply. Oluchi laughed. Then stopped when she saw Nkiru's serious face. Sister, you're joking. Snails. Do I look like I'm joking? The room suddenly felt very cold. Tomorrow, Nkiru said, I'll take you to get your own. But first, you must be ready. Ready for what? They had no idea. The village had no name on any map. The shrine smelled like incense and rot. And the native doctor had kind eyes, the kind of kindness that watches you walk into hell because you asked for the directions. The journey took 6 hours through roads that got worse with every turn. When the car finally stopped, Ebube grabbed Oluchi's hand. Nkiru, where are we? Don't be afraid. We are almost there. The footpath through the forest was so narrow they had to walk in single file. Strange sounds came from the trees, not quite animal, not quite human. The pouch around Oluchi's neck, yes, she'd worn it after all, grew warm against her skin. The shrine was a mud house covered in symbols that seemed to shift when you weren't looking directly at them. Cowries hung from ropes. The smell hit them like a wall incense mixed with something else. Something rotten. Ugochukwu, the native doctor, was younger than they expected. Maybe 40, with eyes that looked too gentle for someone in his profession. You brought 2 this time, he said to Nkiru in Igbo. Yes, uncle. Fresh, desperate, perfect. He studied Oluchi and Ebube with an expression that looked almost like pity. Do you know what you're asking for? He said directly to them. Money, Oluchi said firmly. We want money. Money has many sources. Why this way? Because the other ways are too slow. Ebube surprised herself with her own anger. Because we're tired of being good and staying poor. Because praying and working hard gets us nothing. Ugochukwu sighed deeply. I don't enjoy this work. But hunger is a powerful spirit. It drives people to darker hungers. He brought out 2 snails from a clay pot. The moment Oluchi saw them, the pouch around her neck burned hot. These snails looked normal, except their shell markings seemed to shift and move when you looked away. Listen carefully, Ugochukwu began. Feed them bitter leaves every 3 days. Never let them die. Never tell anyone about them. Never try to destroy them. And, he paused, his kind eyes meeting theirs, when the time comes for payment, you must bring me something precious. What payment? Oluchi asked. That will be revealed when the time comes. Do you accept? The girls looked at each other. This was it. The moment of choice. They nodded. Then licked the snails to seal the covenant. What? Ebube jumped back. Lick them. You must lick them. Their slime binds you to the contract. Oluchi went first. She'd come too far to turn back now. The taste was horrible, like metal mixed with bitter leaf and something ancient. Something that had been waiting. She forced herself to swallow. Ebube followed, gagging. It is done, Ugochukwu said quietly. Then, looking directly at Oluchi, that pouch around your neck. It will try to protect you. But protection only works if you choose it. Remember that. As they left, neither girl heard him whisper in Igbo, another two who will learn too late. May their chi have mercy. Chief Osoloke gave Ibube 800,000 naira after a 10-minute conversation. He smiled, transferred it, and walked away. He wouldn't remember her face the next day. The snails worked exactly as promised. But in Ibube's dreams that night, she was crawling on her belly, leaving slime trails everywhere she moved. Back in ABA, everything changed fast. The process was simple. Too simple. Walk into a high-end lounge dressed in the expensive clothes Nkiru had loaned them. Order a drink. When a wealthy man approached, and they always approached, excuse yourself to the bathroom. Rub the snail slime on your palms. Return. Shake hands. Ask for money. And they'd give it. Just like that. Chief, I'm starting a business. I need 800,000 naira. Of course, my dear. Let me transfer it now. No questions. No demands. No, what do I get in return? They transfer the money and walk away with empty eyes, like puppets with cut strings. Within 2 months, Oluchi and Ibube were new people. Or at least they looked like new people. Oluchi moved out of her aunt's house. No more waking at 5 a.m. to sell akra. No more washing other people's hair for coins. Ibube got her own apartment. The day she moved out, her sister-in-law Adogo nearly fainted. Where did you get money for rent? I'm doing business now, Ibube said simply, loading her belongings into an Uber. What kind of business? The profitable kind. They posted on Instagram now. Carefully. Nothing too flashy at first. Just enough to show progress. The comments poured in. God is good, oh. Share your secret, sis. See God's blessings. Oluchi would reply, prayer and hard work, babes. Your time is coming. The lies came easier than breathing. But 3 months in, Ibube noticed something wrong. Olu, come and see my snail. They stared at it in the case. It was bigger. Not much, but definitely bigger than before. Maybe it's just growing, Oluchi suggested, but her voice was uncertain. That night, Ibube had the first real nightmare. She was crawling on the ground, unable to stand. Her hands and feet were gone, replaced by a soft, sticky body. She was leaving slime everywhere she moved. People were screaming, running from her. She tried to call out, "It's me. It's Ibube," but all that came out was a wet, sucking sound. She woke up gasping, her sheets soaked with sweat. Then came Somto. Somtechuku, her childhood friend who'd loved her since secondary school, was back from Lagos for his sister's wedding. They met for lunch at a nice restaurant. She could afford nice restaurants now, and he noticed immediately. Olu, what's happening? You look different. Different how? She laughed, touching her new wig self-consciously. You're glowing. But also. He paused, searching for words. It's like you're here but not here. Somto, I'm fine. Better than fine. I'm finally winning. He reached across the table and took her hand. His touch was warm, real, safe. Whatever you're doing, Olu, please be careful. The pouch around her neck pulsed with heat. I know what I'm doing, she lied. That night, both snails grew bigger. And both girls had the same dream, crawling, transforming, becoming something else entirely. Nkiru's voice on the phone was shaking. Girls, Uncle Yugochukwu says it's time. Time for what? Oluchi asked. Time for payment. And when they learned what the snails wanted in exchange for their millions, Ibube screamed so loud the neighbors called the police. Tuesday evening. The call came while Oluchi was counting money she'd just collected 1.5 million from a senator who wouldn't remember her name tomorrow. We need to talk. Come to Enugu this weekend. Uncle Ugochukwu says it's time. Time for what, Nkiru? He'll explain. Just come. The drive to Enugu felt different this time. Heavier. Darker. Ibube kept checking her hands in the car mirror. Olu, look at my palms. They were moist. Not sweaty. Something else. You're just nervous, Oluchi said, but she was watching her own hands too. At the shrine, Ugochukwu looked older. Tired. Like something had been eating him from inside. The snails have fed well, he said without greeting. Now they require the payment. What payment? Ibube's voice rose in panic. You said we just had to follow the rules. I said when the time comes, you must bring something precious. The time has come. We'll give you money. Oluchi pulled out her phone. How much? 5 million. 10 million. We have it. Ugochukwu shook his head sadly. The spirits don't want money. They want what hurts to lose. He looked at each of them. For you, Ibube, it's your younger sister. Nena. The one in university you've been sending money to. For you, Oluchi, it's the man who came back to ABA. Somtechukwu. The world stopped. Everything stopped. No, Oluchi whispered. No. Ibube screamed. You're mad. You're a madman. We won't kill anybody. I never said kill, Ugochukwu said gently. You bring them here. The snails take what they need. Sometimes it's their health. Sometimes their mind. Sometimes their luck. Sometimes, yes, sometimes their life. Nkiru had been standing in the corner, silent. Now Oluchi turned to her. You knew. You knew what the payment was. Nkiru's face was empty. Dead. I brought my own little brother 2 years ago. Chinidu. 12 years old. So brilliant. Was going to be a doctor. Her voice cracked. He died 3 days later. Malaria, they said. But I know. And still, I bring more girls. Because if I don't, she looked at them with hollow eyes, the snail takes me instead. That's the real curse. Keep feeding it new people or become the food yourself. You're all mad. Ibube lunged at her. Ugochukwu stepped between them. You have 1 week. Bring the payment or the snails will take you instead. And the way they take you. He paused. Death would be a mercy compared to the transformation. They ran. Drove back to ABA like demons were chasing them. Threw the snails in the trash, they reappeared in their bedrooms. Burned the cases, new ones materialized. Poured anointing oil, holy water, Florida water, nothing worked. They went to churches. Pastors prayed. Prophets prophesied. One prophet took one look at Ibube and backed away. What you've touched is older than my power. Only sacrifice can break it. 3 days after the deadline passed, Ibube woke up to find her pillow soaked. Not with sweat. With slime. Clear, sticky, smelling like earth after rain. OLU, she screamed. Olu, it's starting. The transformation had begun. Ibube's skin was producing slime. She could only eat raw vegetables. Her movements were slowing down, contracting, curling. She was becoming the very thing that had promised her wealth. And Mama Noku said there was only one way to stop it: sacrifice everything. Everything. By day 5, Ibube couldn't hide anymore. Her skin constantly leaked clear, sticky fluid. She moved in slow, deliberate contractions. When she tried to eat solid food, her throat rejected it. Help me, she whispered to Oluchi, words slurring. I'm so scared. Oluchi took her to 3 hospitals. Private doctors. Specialists. They ran tests, found nothing. Perhaps she needs psychiatric evaluation, one doctor suggested, backing away from the slime trail Ebube left on his examination table. Desperate, Oluchi remembered Mama Noku. The old woman took one look at Ebube and began to cry. I warned you. Oh, my child, I warned you. Mama, please. Can you help her? Can you help us? Mama Noku felt the pouch still around Oluchi's neck. You kept this. Good. This is why you're not as far gone as your friend. But to break this curse fully, you need to give them what they want or find something equally precious to substitute. I can't bring Somto to them. I can't. Then you must offer yourself. Not death sacrifice. True sacrifice. Give up everything you gained. Every naira. Every possession. Return it all to the spirits and beg for mercy. We'll have nothing. Mama Noku gripped her hand. Better to have nothing than to become nothing. They gathered everything. 4.7 million naira in cash. Sold the cars. Emptied the apartments. Even sold their new phones. Everything the Snails had given them. Back at the shrine, Ugochukwu looked surprised to see them. We are returning it all, Oluchi said, bags of money at her feet. Every single kobo. Please. Release us. You're willing to go back to poverty? Yes. To suffering? Yes. To being laughed at. Mocked. Called failures? Yes. Just please save my friend. Ugochukwu was quiet for a long time. In 5 years of doing this, you're the first to choose poverty over payment. The spirits respect true sacrifice. He burned the money 4.7 million naira turned to ash. Broke the snails. Chanted in that ancient language. Ebube collapsed. For 3 days, she lay unconscious. Oluchi never left her side. Somto came, she'd finally told him everything. Instead of running, he held her. I told you I'd be here, he whispered. On the 4th day, Ebube woke up. Human. Normal. Free. They cried until they had no tears left. 6 months later. Oluchi works at the salon again, but now she's training properly. She'll have her own shop one day. The right way. Ebube made peace with her family. She has boundaries now. She's saving slowly, properly. Every Sunday, they visit Mama Noku. And Kiru. She still posts luxury photos. Still recruits. But look closely, her skin has that strange sheen. Her movements in videos seem slower. Her eyes are empty. Last week, she posted, looking for ambitious girls ready to level up. This opportunity is life-changing. 47 girls have already messaged her. To you watching, if you're tired of being broke, I understand. But remember what Oluchi learned, not every door that opens is meant for you. Some snails should stay in the garden. Some prices are too high to pay. The payment always comes due. Always. Choose the long road. It leads home.